So you can find the information about each essay on the left column table of contents, and starting with essay 1, the compare contrast essay, I even have labeled the place to click to get started reviewing the information you need to know before you begin your essay. The mode sheet for each essay just explains the expectations for the English department for each essay. We all go by the same basic mode sheets with a few revisions here and there depending on the purpose of each essay as the instructor decides is necessary or useful for students. So this is the compare contrast essay. Introduction to mode. You are discovering how to effectively compare and or contrast two subjects because it is a skill needed in life, and we consistently or constantly face decisions that require us to weigh the options, draw conclusions, make a choice. Now for this paper, you are trying to practice that skill by writing an essay analyzing how two subjects are either similar or different. This one says not both, but you could use some instances where there are some similarities and differences. Often instructors like you to compare or contrast, but I think there is value in doing both if the two things you are choosing between have some similarities and differences. The similarities may be enough to make both decisions valid decisions, but the differences could also make one choice better than another. So my essay is a little different from that. There are a couple other differences that we may note as we go through the mode sheet together. The purpose is to effectively compare or contrast two subjects based on specific points. So the topic of your essay for this class is comparing two careers that you are legitimately interested in. You might get a degree where you have options in what type of career you choose. If you're in healthcare, you might work in a hospital setting, or you might work in a clinic, or you might work in a nursing home. There are just so many varieties of different types of careers you can have with the same degree. Looking at pronouns, generally your instructors for any kind of academic assignment are going to tell you to use third-person pronouns, not first-person pronouns or second-person pronouns. However, because this is an essay about your career choices, I will let you use first-person pronouns in your essay. This is the only essay that I'm going to allow you to use first-person pronouns, other than the narrative at the end. So make sure that for the literary analysis and the argumentation essay, you use third-person pronouns. But for this essay about your career choices, you can absolutely use first-person pronouns. The length of the essay should be 600 to 900 words, and it also says it should be 5 paragraphs unless otherwise specified by the instructor. So that one is negotiable for this essay. I'm going to talk a bit about the layout, and you'll see more about the structure of the essay as we look at the samples and the outline for the essay. The topic I'm asking you to consider are two careers that you are truly interested in, so that the research you do is useful to you in helping you understand what career options you have. Organization, you can do subject by subject or trait by trait. So let me talk a little bit about what that means. If you are comparing two careers, you would do the first career in this format and then 3 different traits For example, if income is an important aspect of the career, aspect is another word for trait. Income, maybe the work schedule, and also, does it just fit with your personality? Do you need to be extroverted for this career, or does it fit better for an introverted person? Someone who enjoys being around children, or someone who enjoys being around adults? So there are different personalities that work better with different careers, and that would be a trait or an aspect of the careers that you need to compare. So if you do it this way, the subject is asking you to plug in the careers here, and the traits would be the same 3 traits both times. So trait A is going to be the same. If it's personality, you're going to put personality for both trait A sections. So another way you could structure it is by trait. So you could say personality, income, and work schedule, whatever you want to compare. And then compare within these bigger sections about the aspects or traits of the careers. Under that would be the differences or similarities between the 2 careers, career 1 and career 2. And you should keep them basically in the same order. So here are some thesis statements for your compare-contrast paper. You don't have to structure yours exactly this way, but I realize some of you are writing your first academic writing assignments using sources. So if you need to closely follow these thesis statements, you're welcome to do so. So here's an example. Though teachers and nurses work in different fields, they both must possess similar educational, professional, and emotional skills to be successful in their careers. So this is a good third person thesis statement. If you want to use third person, you're still welcome to do that. You should just make sure you are consistent with your pronoun usage. Don't swap around pronouns in the middle of a sentence particularly, but even within a paragraph, it can be really awkward for a reader if you start switching perspectives, which means you're switching pronouns. The last 2 are pretty much the same. They just switched out the different careers. So the 2 programs of study that may be best for my personality, desired income, and work schedule are middle school teaching and mathematics. So that is very similar, almost identical to this one. The 2 programs of study that may be best for my personality, desired income, and work schedule are catering and owning a bakery. So you might, instead of programs of study, I would alter that to careers. The 2 careers, because the same program of study, culinary arts, would be useful for catering or owning your own business as a baker. So that is a revision that I think is warranted there. Certainly make it your own, make it great, make it useful to you so that you can one day speak and write intelligently with a future employer about the aspects of the career you're applying for, and they will know that you have really done your homework and done your research.